Hey, beautiful shining stars. Welcome to week 3 of our scripting lifestyle class. On the 31st, which was, of course, New Year's, I did something very spontaneous. Of course, I journal everything. You guys know I have a bunch of journals. I even just uploaded one of my plan with me videos to YouTube, where I share some of the journals because I have multiple journals that I work with on a daily to weekly to monthly basis and different through the year. Journaling is such a passion of mine. So the energy that shifted from the 30th through the 31st was very lucid, and I woke up and I had like this, you need to go, you need to get out of the house. And I was like, you know what, I deserve it. It had just so coincided that my coffee hadn't been delivered, so I didn't have coffee for that day. My son was here, so I said, hey, I really would love to get out of the house. And anyways, I need to do some groceries for New Year's. Can you, stay home with my mother-in-law? And my son's like, get out of here, just go, don't worry about it. So I Ubered to Starbucks, which is not far. It's like a 20-minute walk if I really timed it. Let's go. And but I Ubered over there because the streets are being fixed where I live because they're building so much around to me, and I felt it would be safer. um, so long story short, I get to Starbucks, and when I get there, the lobby was closed and my Uber had just driven away. And the girl's like, no, the lobby's closed. And I was like, no, you can't do this. You understand? I just got dropped off by Uber. I came here to have my coffee. And so I noticed that people were coming up for mobile order. It took her a little while. She's like, well, I go say, well, if I place the mobile order, can you do me the favor? She's like, you know what? Yes. She's like, don't worry. Yes, perfect. So I sat down. It was outside. The weather was gorgeous, and I sat down. I put in my Starbucks order, and she made it. And I stayed outside with my coffee. The coffee was delicious. Like they made it to perfection. And I'm just enjoying this energy. I'm out of the house. My vibe is already flourishing. I'm just in this whole other vibrational energy. Um, so and when I'm calling my son, I'm talking to my son. I was like, oh my God, this feels so good. Thank you for doing this. He's like, Mom, yes, of course, you needed to get out of the house because I was a wreck. Like the day before that, I was like a slappy, sobby, meltdown mess. So, I said, you know what? I was telling my son, I said, you know what? I'm not gonna Uber to the supermarket. I'm just going to walk. I feel so good. The weather is stupendous. I want to connect, and I felt that like I had a vision that morning to go for a walk. Of course, I walk every once in a while in my complex. Because I live in a resort style community, which is wonderful. There's lots of palm trees, hibiscus, a beach like pool, jacuzzis, tennis courts, like you name it, we have all the amenities here. So it's like amazing where I live. So I was like, no, I'm gonna walk. And my son's like, yeah, take your time. Don't worry. I've been keeping an eye on her. She's like, she hadn't felt good because she had fallen again 2 days before that. And I was just, I was like, taking in. They created a little video, which I will add here as well, on my little nature walk and how I felt. And I got a vision for what I'm sharing with you guys for this scripting exercise. So you may notice that I give you guys the workbook, and then after I add little videos on different segments of our workbook. Not even all of them, because I give you a lot. So you guys could really blossom. So you really can unravel. So you could become very familiar with your energies. So you could trust you. The point of scripting is for you to explore through this class the many different ways that we script. And this week, we're going to use movement, but we're also going to use our thoughts. Because one of the lessons that I shared with you, I think it was last week, was what if you had everything you wanted? What would you be thinking? What would your thoughts be like? So we're going to tap more into that energy, because that energy is difficult. At least for me, I find that exercise difficult because I'm not in the best state of mind with my mother-in-law in the house. Like, there's a lot of things going up in my mind. There's just overwhelming energy. Like, I try to, like, even today I got very sentimental because the nurse was like, you are such a beautiful person, like you have so much patience. And just sorry, I was a sappy mess. I still think about it. Like, I'm very, not to mention that as I've gotten older, I've become even more sensitive. And when she told me that today, I was like, yeah, I try really hard. And she noticed that I had no interaction with my husband's mother. None. I give her food, I attend her, but there is no interaction because she's just so ugly with me. I can't even express just how ugly she is with me. So when I went on this beautiful nature walk, I was able to release all that because I didn't even think about it. It was like I was in such a beautiful vibration because I'm walking, and you'll see, because I did like a video when I went up to the spring, and there's just lush trees everywhere. It's like woodsy, sidewalk, trees next to the sidewalk on both sides. So it's like trees here, and then sidewalk. So it's just like I am surrounded, I'm consumed by nature. So as I'm walking, I went through my I ams, and what better date to do these energies than during, a new beginning, It was just beautiful. It was beautiful. It was like perfect, because it was New Year's. It was just perfect. New Year's Eve. So I'm walking, and when I get to this spring, I hear the trickling of the water, and it just inspired me even more, and I just felt even better. And I saw this exercise. So the exercise is with I will. And this is another form of scripting. Like, of course, in the printable, I created printables for your I wills because per se you want to remember them, you want to keep record. I have a binder that I do for my classes and classes that I attend, so I went into the I wills, the I ams, the doesn't it feel good, the what if. Like, we're doing so many different forms of wording to align with the best way for each one of you to manifest. Because maybe I am's not working for you, but maybe what if will. Maybe I will is going to be the game changer in your life. Because sometimes ego is so like overpowering in us, and your subconscious has been so conditioned because of whatever you have been taught, whatever you have been hypnotized with. So sometimes certain things don't feel right, don't feel real. So there's that lack, there's that, oh, that's not gonna work, or that's a lie, and sometimes that energy is stronger than what you're trying to, So by tapping into all of these beautiful frequencies, using these words, and of course, you're writing them, you're verbally saying them, you're thinking them, and we're going to also do movement now because you're nature walking. Now, nature walking, I want you to get comfortable. You don't have to go anywhere crazy. You don't have to go to a park. Nature walking, connecting with nature could be anywhere. My mother used to connect with nature in her yard because she couldn't really walk. She's always had difficulty with her legs. And she's been disabled for a very, very long time. And She loved to go outside and connect to nature. My mom has a green thumb. She loves her ferns and her snake plants and her orchids, and she just loves to be in nature. So her nature walks are outside. She's able to, take her walker or her cane and go outside and just really absorb all of this energy. And she says, so she talks, that she feels so close to God. My mom is a very Christian woman, and she's like, I really just, sometimes she just sits outside, not even inside of nature, but she has like a little terrace my dad built for her, and it's just plants all around her, pothos, ferns, like I said, orchids, and her violets. She loves the violets. She has violets inside of her house. She's very, very into her green, naturistic type energy and hobby. So you don't have to do anything crazy. Your nature walk could be meditating outside, meditating on the beach. Maybe you are, maybe it's going, maybe you live in a desert area and you have sand and cactuses, whatever feels good to you. Maybe it's going to a coffee shop, and instead of having your coffee inside, you had it outside, and that's your connection with nature. The thing is, I want you to do what is best for you, but connect with that energy. Because even when I was outside of Starbucks, because like the lobby was closed, the wind was hitting me, the trees were dancing, there were leaves falling everywhere. It was like so beautiful. I felt my vibration right then and there just lifting and lifting and lifting and lifting. And think about it, we, as the end, like today Mercury went direct. Because this Mercury retrograde, that at least for me, and of course like this class is evergreen, you could be in another Mercury retrograde when I share this class again. But the point is, whatever vibration, cosmically, astrologically, personally, whatever you're going through, when you connect with nature, it just kind of like peels all of that away. So you could attune to what you desire. So it kind of like takes away all the clutter, all the noise. Even if you notice the video, there was cars everywhere. I didn't see them. I noticed in the video because you could hear the cars like shh, 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 shh. But when I was walking, there were no cars. It was just me and the trees. It was just me and the fern. It's just me and the grass. It was just me and the waters, me and the birds, me and the squirrels. It's just so beautiful. I have, and that is another way that spirit connects with me, because spirit will send me specific animals that will share with me insights, messages, ideas, visions, inspirations, because they know that I pay attention to the teeny tiny ladybug to the huge eagle. I've seen bald eagles here. It's like intense. I've never knew that bird was so massive. Like, I think they're like 2 or 3 feet tall. It was crazy when I thought, me and my husband were like, we had to pull over. We thought it was fake. We thought it was a prop. So I want you to use your I ams, but I want you even more so to use I will. And the reason why I want you to use I will is because you are declaring, you said already the decision that this is a lifestyle that you are co-creating, that this is a lifestyle that you want and that you deserve. So by saying, I will create more content, because I'm a content creator and I'm a successful content creator, and my content will bless the lives of the masses, and I will have 100,000 subscribers in 2024 because I will create the very best content that will serve my viewers. So by stating all of this, I'm just creating this beautiful energy. And this is even more powerful when you do it outside, because what happens is now you have the trees, you have the land, you have the wind, you have the sky, all of this beautiful energy that's hearing you, and it's cosmically taking it all and transforming it and bringing it back to you in physical human form. So whatever it is that you're wanting, it is coming back to you in physical form. Maybe you're planning your wedding or a baby shower. Maybe you're planning to go to school. Maybe you're planning your kid's wedding. You know, whatever your dreams are, know that you deserve them and that no one is allowed to sabotage them. If you start to watch my predictions for 2024, the one of the things that I share is about self-love. The energy of this year is all about the self. And the energy in this class, because no matter when you're watching this, is all about the self. Because if you take care of you, if you work on you, you will flourish. And if you're flourishing, if you're successful, if you're abundant, you could expand and help others. Whether it is your relationship, you're attracting your soulmate because you're in love with love. And you'll see couples everywhere and it makes you so happy and you say, that's going to be me. You see a married couple that has been together for maybe X amount of time and you're like, that's going to be me. That's going to be me and my beloved. I feel it. I know it. It's happening already. So attune with whatever it is you're trying to manifest. Attune with that energy and allow it to flow and come to you in your now radiant moment. So go on this walk, meditation, whatever it is that you feel comfortable with, and just declare your I wills. If you could say them out loud, that's even better. But if you're in a space, like I said, you're outside of Starbucks, you're not gonna be like, I will this and I will that, because I get it. You could say them inside. I also, once you download the printable, there's pages with I wills and I ams, just to give you that physical writing exercise. Because if you're like me, you love to write all this stuff down, you know. I, of course, if you watch my Plan With Me videos, you see that I have multiple journals and I use my own journals to manifest and script. And this week we are going to also be using my scripting vision board journal. Some of you already got this journal, so we're going to be using this journal to add our pictures, to add our manifestations, just to give more energy to what we are co-creating. Because I want to make sure that in this class you have enough everything going around for you to create. I think her name is Sarah Cannon. She's a writer, and I kind of write fiction. It's kind of like my hobby / side gig, right? And she had a little vision board that she created for her wallpaper for her computer, and I thought it was so cute. So I was like, and of course she was live on YouTube, so I was like, and she gave us the template, so I did that too. And then I printed one out for my board, because I have here my board and it's on my wallpaper, and it's just about us aligning with our intentions. And that's what the scripting vision board journal is. It's another form of scripting. Pictures is another form of scripting, and we're gonna be doing that this week in the class. If you don't have the journal, you don't have to get it. If you don't want to get it, that is fine. You could use your notebook, your binder. Like I said, all you gotta do is go to Dollar Tree and pick up a notebook, grab some fun little items. You know, you'll spend less than $10 and you'll have enough supplies to really illustrate and be artsy and be very, like, you know, personal in your crafting your lifestyle. So I cannot wait to hear when we do our live, like, what you guys gathered, what you felt, what inspiration came to you. I send you love and light. Namaste.